What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a Waifuju MLB The Show 24 video. It has been a couple of months, but we are back towards the end of the game cycle. And today we just got one of the bigger drops of the year with Season 4 of MLB The Show 24. Season 4 is important because it is available for every single card to be used in the game. There are no more restrictions. There are no more sets and seasons. And we are pretty much done with that for the foreseeable future, with MLB The Show telling us that it will not be coming back in MLB The Show 25. That'll be a whole nother video that we discuss the future of this game and the franchise, but for now we're going to talk about the Team Affinity cards and the finest cards that came out in today's drop. I'm going to go over what I think are the 10 best cards from the Team Affinity drop. Obviously there's better ones in the collections, but also keep in mind they did boost all the captains to 99, so pretty much all of these cards can get boosted up to near max everything, but for their base forms we're going to go over them all today. So if you guys like the content, make sure you like and subscribe down below. Let me know who your favorite player is from this drop is, and let's get into the top 10. I feel like this wouldn't be a proper top 10 list if we didn't put the worst cards. So let's just start off with 99 finest Kirby Yates. It's a shame that they gave it to him. There are plenty of other cards like Josh Smith that could have been deserving. Kirby's the one who got it. He's never really had any good cards. Pitch mix is fine, I guess, and the stats are good. Just Kirby's delivery sucks and he doesn't throw hard enough. And the worst hitting card in this is surprising. It is this 99 Matt Chapman. I expected a lot more out of him when I saw him. I thought he might be one of the best cards in the drop, and it turns out they went the opposite way. High defense, okay speed, and the hitting is a 99 that you'd expect early on in the game cycle with only one stat over 110. He's just not very good. On a little bit of a lighter note, a couple of honorable mentions. We're going to go 99 Jock Peterson. This card is an absolute bopper, especially off the bench. Pretty much maxed out versus righties and max clutch. He does have the dead red and pinch hitter quirks, which make him a really good hitter. Great swing. The problem is he cannot play the field. He's a DH primary. He'll only play first base, and he's not that good versus lefties. So you're not really going to use him outside of a DH pinch hit spot, in which case he's really good, but probably won't make that starting team. So honorable mention. Another honorable mention is Tyler O'Neill. If you're an all-star player and never look to go higher than that or try not to, this card might actually be really good for you. The max power, max contact versus left. There's a lot of good lefty pitchers in the game right now. The contact versus right's tough, but he's a decent fielder in left field. The vision is really low, so if you're going above all-star, I probably wouldn't recommend it, but on all-star, this card's probably pretty fun. And the last honorable mention is 99 Jackson Merrill, second place in Rookie of the Year, which is pretty cool. He had a phenomenal season. Moved to center field, so he has all of these secondaries, pretty much the whole infield and all of the outfield. Good speed, good defense, pretty much everywhere. He's a solid hitter. He's not great. He lacks a little bit versus lefties. That's why he's a little bit lower on this list, but this is a very solid card. There's a lot of left-handed pitching in the game, and to be this low on that isn't ideal. So he's an honorable mention. All right, enough honorable mentions. Let's get into the actual top 10. Number 10 is going to be 99 Luis Severino for the New York Mets, not the Yankees, which is a shame for me as a Yankees fan. But Severino had a great year for the Mets. 111 hit per 9 and 109 BB9 is awesome. Really good pitch mix too. Sinker, slurve, and cutter make him really good. Controls are all above 88. So this card has a lot of things going for it. Pitch breaks are all above 85 as well. And the speed differentials are honestly pretty good. This is easily the best right-handed pitcher in this release, if you're asking me. Outside of like maybe Zach Wheeler, but he's a collection card, so he doesn't necessarily count. It's between this and the Seth Lugo, and I think Severino is significantly better in my opinion. So he's the number 10 card in the drop, and he is the second best starting pitcher, I believe. Coming in at number 9, honestly the shock of the list for me. I did not expect a Seiya Suzuki to be any type of good, but here we are in a great 2024 with a really good finest Seiya Suzuki. 121, 115 contacts, 105, 100 powers, which are definitely solid enough on the power front. 115 clutch is great. 80 fielding and right field is way better than Seiya deserves. And shout out, honestly, 87 reaction. Great arm out there. 85 fielding is really good too. Seiya, not really a lot of quirks, but they exist. This is just a really well-stouted outfielder card that if you find a captain that boosts his power, he winds up just looking like a max hitter. So, I don't know. This card's way better than I thought, and to me, he's number 9. Number 8, we have Edwin Escobar, closing pitcher for the Rays. Breakout season for them as the Rays continue their pitching factory and just manufacturing good pitchers out of nowhere. This card is weird. It's really well statted. The pitch mix is great. Sinker, cutter, changeup, slurve. 12-6, there are a lot of sinker cutter righties in the game, so he doesn't really fill any niches, which is why I have him a little bit lower. And then the main problem I have with this card is actually his controls are great on all of his pitches, but he only has 58 break on his sinker, and that's like the primary pitch you're going to probably have wanted with him. So that break is not going to play super well. But he does have the pitch mix in general, and I don't know what his release looks like because he's kind of a guy you've not really seen outside of like BR. He's never gotten a good card before, but regardless, he's going to be at least a usable closer and good on the Rays team. That break on the sinker just really concerns me, so he's going to be number 8. Coming in at number 7, probably the second highest surprise on the list outside of Seiya Suzuki, 99 Ezekiel Tovar, shortstop for the Rockies. Really, really solid card. 119, 112 on contacts, 106, 108 on powers. That is super solid for shortstop. Max clutch, 99 fielding, decent arm, 73 speed is plenty at shortstop. He plays second and third base also. This card does a lot of things right. No quirks, unfortunately, because it's his first like real good season. But this card is genuinely a shock, and for a middle infielder that has great fielding and pop and contact, there's not a lot to go wrong with this card. And if you want to have fun and try out somebody you've probably never used before, this is probably somebody I'd recommend. Coming in at number 6, we have 99 Garrett Crochet. I thought this card was going to be terrible, and it turns out they decided to give him the stuff that he needs to be good. 105, 115, and 107 on the hit K and BB9 are all really good. Fastball, sinker, cutter, slurve, circle change is an amazing pitch mix from the left side. The biggest issue with this card is the stamina is a little bit low, so you're going to have to go to the bullpen. It'll probably only last you like 5-6 innings, but the pitch mix is great. The controls are all above 90. The brakes are all really good outside of the 4-seam, which who cares. And then he does have outlier too, so he's going to have a 95 sinker that goes up to 98, so that and the fastball will be about the same speed, which isn't ideal. I wish he had outlier 1 also, but the pitch mix is still really good from the left side. Good delivery, all the pitches you want. This is easily, in my opinion, the best starting pitcher in the drop. He has everything he needs to succeed, and I don't know. This is probably the one I'd use of all of them. It's going to be 99 Vlad Jr., the most fun of the cards so far. He's heel clicking, having a good time. Vlad had a great second half this year, and this card proves that. Almost maxed out contacts versus both sides, 108, 111 power, max clutch, and they actually made Vlad kind of fast. The fact that he's 70 speed is easily the most he's ever had, which is pretty cool. Not the best fielder, but not the worst. I mean, he plays first base. You can put him at third if you wanted to, if you really needed to kind of finagle that around. He does have a couple of quirks with first pitch and breaking ball, which are great ones. And his swing is amazing at first base. First is definitely loaded. You can put Hank Garrett, you can put Mickey Mantle there. Like, there's a lot of cards that play first base this year, which definitely makes it hard to figure out a spot for Vlad. But if you like a right-handed swing, this is probably the best you're going to get at first base. I can't really think of any others besides maybe like Hank Aaron. So just one of the best options. I love this card. I might rock him also. And yeah, he's great. Coming in at number 4 is 99 overall Aaron Judge. Now, clearly this is the best statted card of all of them. I'm sorry that I keep forgetting to move my face. Easily the best statted card of all of them. Pretty much maxed out everything offensively besides vision. 120 contact versus left. Oh no, right? 90 fielding, 97 arm, 90 reaction. So they boosted his defense compared to a lot of his other 99s as well. The 90 reaction will really help him out. 65 speed's not the best, but he will play the outfield just fine, especially if you put him in left or right field. He'll obviously take the hit going into those positions, but he'll still be really, really solid out there. This is a top 5 statted hitter in the entire game. He does have all the quirks you could ever ask. Bad ball, breaking ball, dead red. I mean, this card has it all. The only issue with Aaron Judge is that he's tall, and some people don't like that. If you don't like tall hitters, especially right-handers, it's tough to get around fastballs with. If that's something you struggle with, that probably won't change with this Judge. But if you're good with Aaron Judge cards, you're going to be good with this one because he is genuinely phenomenal. Coming in at number 3, the best pitcher in this entire drop is 99 Mason Miller. I was nervous with this card because they've given us a couple of Mason Millers, and they've changed his pitch mix pretty much every time. If this was going to be a 4-seam slider, Mason Miller, I was not going to be moved. However, they did opt to give him a 5-pitch mix, which is a big thumbs up if you're asking me. Max K and hit per 9, which is insane. Pitching clutch is really high. The BB9 could be better. Controls are okay. The brakes are all really good outside the cutter, which isn't the best. And I'm going to move my head again because I'm annoying and keep forgetting. But the pitch mix is great. 4-seam, slider, circle change, splitter, and a cutter. Again, 5 pitches. The splitter and the circle change are different miles per hour too, which could actually really help you on Hall of Fame or Legend, just to mix up the type of breaking pitch you're throwing, which is really good. And he's easily the best of these relievers. He is a little bit different and fills kind of a niche that we haven't had with a fastball, cutter, and changeup guy. And he does have outlier one on his fastball as well. So if you wanted an outlier relief right-hander, this is probably the best one available in this drop. And it's Mason Miller. He's been really good all year for most people's teams. And we're finally at the number 2 spot. And number 1 and number 2 really could be flipped. I don't know. I won't blame you if you think one is better than the other. This is just how I feel personally. 99 overall, Trey Turner at number 2. Plays shortstop, second, third, and center field, which is great for the flexibility and versatility. They gave him decent fielding at shortstop too, which is pretty nice. 99 speed, 99 stealing, as you're used to with a Trey Turner card. 118, 125, 100, 115 on the powers, 110 clutch. It's Trey Turner's swing. You guys have used them for years now. This is maybe the best Trey Turner we've ever gotten outside of maybe the Dodgers' finest. I don't remember exactly how that card looked in comparison to this one, but this one is a stud. Again, the maxed out speed, the maxed out stealing is really nice. He only has breaking ball hitter, which definitely sucks. I wish he had a couple more live quirks. I felt like this year they were just way stingier with quirks than they've ever been. And way more strict for guys who got it. I wish they were able to update those as the year went on. If a guy was good enough to hit this well, you should probably give them quirks as the year goes on, but that's a different argument for a different day. Trey Turner has a great swing. You guys know it. To me, he's the second best card. The versatility, the speed, and the great swing just make him phenomenal. Number 2. And finally, the number 1 best card from the final team affinity of MLB The Show 24 is 99 Brian Reynolds. This isn't much of a surprise to anybody. Brian Reynolds pretty much is the obligatory Pirates team affinity finest card every year at this point. I think this is his 4th year in a row of getting it. It's definitely not the best version of him we've gotten. We've gotten some really crazy Brian Reynolds, but this one's really good. 121, 114 on the contacts, 111, 100 on power. Max clutch makes that just amazing. 80 fielding, thank goodness, and 74 speed in left field. I think last year's card he had really bad fielding, and he was slower. I think it was like 60s in the speed, so I'm happy those got bumped back up. Makes him usable in the field. Pretty sure you could really only DH him last year with the speed issues. So you can use him in left field, maybe even right if he got weird. I wouldn't blame you, but a fantastic switch hitting swing. Not all of them are great. This is one of the better ones. Again, they kind of nuked him on the quirks a little bit for whatever reason. He does have breaking ball just like Trey Turner. I actually think I like Brian Reynolds' swing more than Trey Turner, plus he's a switch hitter in the outfield. So that's why I have him at number 1. If you like Trey Turner's more and just kind of prefer a non-switch hitter, I completely understand it. And the speed and stealing, obviously.